and it's doing some automatic repair, and right in the middle of my life. Anyway, and I was just saying the winning attitude you need every day. It says, "Oh yeah, oh you're a winner, really? Let's see." Anyway, all right, we were talking about a Dyson, and holy cow, man, this cannot be. This is unreal. So we're talking about a Dyson, and so this is how simple these machines are supposed to be set up, right? Okay, so you have a power switch, you have your cord, power goes in, hits the power switch, right? Comes out of the power switch, head down to the motor, right? The neutral of your power cord will head straight down to the motor, okay? And then sometimes things are deviated either there or like down below, or it might be up top. Now, in Dyson's case, they have two switches. One switch connects to the second switch. So it's sharing power with another switch, right? So where does that switch go? That switch goes down to the motor. So there are two switches. You have a power switch and you have a brush switch. Okay. So the brush, the switch for the brush is getting its power from the main power switch. All right. So now, so in other words, you can't turn your if your brush is running and your machine is not on, then your motor is the connection to your motor is shot, or the motor is shot. If your brush can turn on and the machine doesn't turn on, because the brush is getting its power from the main source coming in from the cord, hitting the main power switch, and then it shears it with the, and let me show you, okay? So because when I don't have any, when the Dyson is not performing at the base here, the head, the first thing I do is I check the power switch. The next step down the road is a micro switch, and that activates the moment you recline the vacuum. Okay, you normally can, if you listen very carefully, you hear a click, like a, like that. So, yeah. Okay, how's that? All right, so, and then the next thing is your brush motor. Now, this little hump right here, there's a little motor that's inside this head. So if let's say you have, some people have two of these same machines, right? If you have two of the same machines, then what you can do is borrow the head from another machine, or if you have a friend with a machine, borrow the head from a friend, okay? And then try it out and see if the head is the problem, all right? But when you don't have that available, the first thing I would do is I start here. I start and see if this switch is okay, all right? So if you don't have all the fancy micrometers and all the other stuff, I'm gonna give you a way you can do it. All right, let me see if I can fix this camera setting here, because I have another spot. How's that? That looks almost like the regular setup. Okay, so let's examine this part. All right, this is gonna be a little awkward, so bear with me, because I'm gonna have to get a piece of this off of the ledge in order for you to see what I'm doing. All right, so just kind of bear with me as I try not to be too clumsy with this. All right. Okay, so we're gonna work right here. Okay. Let me get everything that doesn't belong off, so we can move forward. All right. Let me move this out the way right now. Okay. We don't need this guy right now. All right. So most of the Dysons would use a T15 torque screw to get inside here. All right. I hope the guys that were on the live was able to swing by over here. I appreciate it. Man, look, we find a way, man. We find a way. I can't see any. Let me see. How do I see? Like, can I see that? Welcome to remember going to prize. Okay, great. Okay, cool. That's what's up. I appreciate it. All right. So I'm looking for a T15 right now. Okay. and then we'll break into we'll break into it. We'll open this thing, guys. You know what? If you ever hear me say stuff like that, I have never broken into a place before. Never, ever. I don't know why you use those way to describe it. Break into this machine. I think my mom scared the crap out of me from being bad. If you were, you know, you get influenced by your friends as a kid, you know, and then they tell you, watch what friends you hang with, you know. And then I got into business, and the guy says, he says, you know, if you look at the 5 people that you hang around with, right, and you kind of average out your 5 close friends, you're about the middle of those 5. There's always going to be high performers and kind of guys on the lower end, and you normally would average out. So, you know, be aware of the friends you hang out with. You tend to be a little bit like them. So she said it differently, you know. What's it? She used to use, the wages of sin is death. She used Bible verses, and they stuck with me. She says, don't. Oh my God, it's something about the counsel of the ungodly. I still remember that. And she said, they'll lead you astray to go and try to rob somebody and stuff like that. The Proverbs was in my, listen, man. Listen, Proverbs was some serious business growing up, okay? All right, anyway, let me keep moving. All right, so now, okay, I'm just going to take this off because I want access to this. What happened to this? I want access to the back of the handle, okay? I want to get these screws out. So I got my T15. Let's check it out. Now, again, like I said, I'm going to be a little bit awkward today, so bear with me. I'm on my phone. I had to go to my phone because the damn computer act like a Bianca. Oh my gosh. All right. I got a few more minutes. I'll rock out with you guys on my phone. All right, so now I'm gonna take this off. Now that I took the screws out, golly, don't worry. Now there are little clips in the back, so it's still, if you notice, it's still not moving. So I'm gonna use I can use a flathead screwdriver, or let me see if this needle nose can help me right now. You know what? I'm gonna use this. Nah, this is skinny. I just want something skinny, you know, something like that. And I'm just gonna pry it away from the wall so I can pull it out, all right? And I'll show you the clips I'm talking about. Okay, here we go. Now, don't take it off right away because there's a spring inside here and you don't want it to fall. So I'm gonna turn this back around this way. Maybe I can leave it on a slant so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, and take this off. Hey, where's my spring? Huh, I wonder if that's the problem. There's supposed to be a spring inside here and a little, oh, it looks like a fork. It looks like this. It's like a, it's not, somebody was messing with this. I bet you there's nothing wrong with this. Give me a second. Let's plug this in. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be busted, and maybe that's the only reason why it's busted is that they try to fix it and then lost a piece. That could be it too. Hold on. I'm sitting down, so I'm a little bit. I want to make sure that you guys can see what's happening here. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna plug this in. Okay, I'm gonna hit the, now remember what I told you, it shares the power, right? This is the main power switch right here. Okay, this is a breaker, and then this is the brush switch right here. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the power on, the brush is off, the power is off. I'm gonna first activate this, and we're gonna see that look, maybe that spring did it, maybe that part is the problem. Let's see. Power's on. Now I'm going to turn the brush. Okay, wait. Okay, the brush is not turning, right? Now I'm going to hit the brush. Nah. Okay, so we definitely do have a problem. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. When you're at home and you don't have you don't have these things. Let me show you. You don't have these things to test stuff like this. You know what? Just use basic deduction. Okay, like go back to the beginning. All right, go back to the beginning. So say to yourself, all right, I'm actually getting electricity in here, right? I have electricity coming in. Okay, great, fantastic, that's good. The power switch obviously worked, right? Because I was able to turn the machine on. Yes. Okay, good. How about if I just, for the sake of this particular experiment, I switch out my brush switch for my power switch and make sure that the brush switch isn't the problem, because I don't have a micrometer to test it, right? And I would hate that I can get one of these little switches offline. Okay, this is not the exact one because they have this little house on top, but it's similar to this. I would hate that I can get one of these online and instead I paid over 100 or whatever for a repair, right? I mean, I just changed my starter the other day, and the reason I did it because I already knew how to take the starter out. I knew how to take the battery out, and I'm like, why am I going to pay $500 to replace my starter when I can just buy the starter and put it in myself? Okay, I still give the garage a lot of business, right? I mean, there are other things that needs work that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to lift the engine. I'm not going to mess with the timing chain. But if I can do it, I'm going to save the money. So I encourage you guys to do the same. All right. So it's on. Let me unplug it. Okay. I'll leave this right here. So what I'm gonna do is see how right here. Let me try to get closer to this camera. See the switches here? All right. So I'm just gonna swap them out real quick. All right. I'm gonna swap them out. Actually, you know what's funny? Because I have this one. This is made as slightly different, but it's not that different from. Let me see if I have one that's exactly like this. Because I have a bunch of switches. But I'm gonna show you what to do then. Fine. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it exactly the way I'm instructing you. So I'm gonna take this off. Take off this guy. You see that? Okay, so one's going from the breaker to the switch. All right. And okay. And the problem could be the breaker too. You never know. This guy could be the problem. All right. And so I'm gonna take this guy off also. Okay. And I'm gonna take this guy off also. Okay, so these two guys are over here. Okay. And then this guy's over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap them. I'm squeezing there's a little tab on the ends that you can squeeze. So I'm gonna swap them out. I'm gonna put this here. And then I'm gonna put this guy back here. Okay. So now I swapped them out. All right. And it's a way you can test to see if the switch is working. If the motor doesn't turn on, then you know that switch is busted. It's simple, right? If you don't have a reader. Okay, let's try it. I'm gonna try to turn it on. Okay. Well, the switch is not the problem. Okay, what next? Well, the problem could be the breaker. Okay? This could be a problem. All right? It's possible. All right? It's possible. All right? It's possible it could be a problem. The way some of these things work is a breaker like this, in my opinion, the way I'm reading it, I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. The way I'm reading this particular kind of breaker that's next to the power switch, okay, is that its default is to give power down to the head. That means when you turn, if you notice, right, the power goes from here turn them. I'm gonna keep turning this. Give me a second. Now I could be wrong, because normally I would just replace the breaker. I never like theorize why it's here and all this stuff. Okay. So let's say, for example, the power, this black is coming from the cord. That's the main hardcore power. It goes like this, zoom, right? It comes out of the red and it goes to the brush. It shears it with the brush. Got me? Part of it goes straight down to the motor. You see it? Okay, see the flow? So in through the hose from the wall, it goes here. And the moment you hit the switch, it continues the ride. Okay? And it continues to go down. Fair enough? But part of the switch is the red that comes out of here. And it connects to this. Okay? And I believe that this is, in default, it says to give power down to the head. And if it trips, it separates the power and it cuts off the head. So if this trips, the head would have no power. You understand what I'm saying? And this can trip based on, now if I'm talking nonsense, right? I'm talking nonsense with a whole lot of confidence. No, but I believe that's how I honestly believe. Okay, if this was in the head, right? If it was in the head, it's the same thing. It's a breaker. It breaks connection. Does that make sense? It breaks connection. The micro switch, for the most part, makes connection. So when you recline this unit and you recline it, the micro switch connects. The power goes to the head. You got me? But until you recline it, the power waits. It's waiting, like a stop sign. All right. So this could be messed up. Now, how can you test it? Okay, let's try this. Now, you want to see? You don't want to see me electrocute myself, right? So let me unplug it first. All right, let me unplug it first. How can you test it? All right, I have one way. There are a few ways. I have one way. I'm gonna give you one way. Okay, one way for the guys that are in the shop who are just starting out, or people at home that have at least something similar to what I'm working with. This is what I would recommend. This is how you can test this. You ready? If you have a string, okay? If you have a string, a wire, a loose wire, something from one of your your toy cars or whatever. This for me, I use these things as part of my repair. All right, and if you don't have it, I'm gonna show you another way to do it. But if you have it, try it. So cut a little piece like this. You're gonna create a bridge, okay? You're gonna create a bridge. So I'm taking, I just wanna, can you see them in camera? Okay, I wanna do this, all right? And then, golly, okay? So I'm gonna twist it like really, really thin, fine, like so they can be like really skinny so I can insert them, okay? Watch what I'm gonna try to do. Now this is a micro switch I was telling you earlier. When I said a micro switch, they make connection. So when this hits, that means these two wires are now gonna connect and the electricity is gonna go through here and whatever, right? So that's what micro switch makes connection. A breaker, by the definition of this word, it breaks the connection. All right. So let's try this. Let's make a connection with the breaker. All right. I hope you guys are getting something out of this. Okay. I hope I'm not just talking to a brick wall. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna separate this. I'm gonna take the breaker off. They got it. It has what do you call that on it? Shrink tape. All right. So now watch what I'm gonna do. If it works, I'm a genius, right? If not, then we move on to the next thing. Okay. All right. It's not perfect, but this is what I'm doing. I'm making a bridge between these two connectors here. Now, if you don't have this one is too big. Do I have a skinnier one? It's too fat. I should have seen that. I don't know why I didn't see that. I got a skinny one. I got a skinny one. I got a skinny one. This one is real thin. This should do it. Hold on. What's my time? I got a few minutes. I didn't even get to do the rainbow yet, man. My original live got hijacked, guys. My computer betrayed me, and it's what it is. It happens. Okay, so so now, yeah, this is skinny enough. Look how skinny this one is. See? Okay, so I'm gonna now insert it in here. Okay, and then I'm gonna turn this around and I'm gonna insert this one in here. And that's creating that bridge. Now you can tape it up, right? So, where's my electrical tape? Where are you, buddy? I'm gonna use this other tape until I can find you. Right now I can't find you, so we're gonna have to keep the show going. All right, gotta keep the show moving. Giving you a chance to come out. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna use this little tape here, this little Gorilla tape. I'm just gonna tape this up real quick. I just don't want it falling out while I'm trying to test it. So I'm just gonna insert this. Okay. And then I'm gonna do the same for this side. So now, guys, if this work, then all I have to do is replace this breaker and we're in good shape. But if it doesn't work, that means the problem is further down. Okay, and we have to continue down to make sure the micro switch is okay. And then we have to go even further and make sure the brush motor is okay. All right. Okay. And excellent. I'm running out of battery. Hopefully I have enough batteries for the rest of the show. Holy cow. All right. So let's plug it in and try it out. All right. Okay. All right. I'm going to start with off. So my brush is off. The motor's off. We're going to start it on. Let's see. We're going to test it out, guys. Experiment time. Okay, now I'm going to turn on the switch and see if it works. Nope. Wait. Time out. It came out. No, it didn't work. It didn't work. So the breaker's fine. And now that I have my micro, okay, so now I'm gonna use the micrometer. Let me tell you what I'm looking for when I use one of these tools. You can get them at Lowe's or on Amazon if you have problems like this, because sometimes you guys may have little things you can try. So I turn it down to 200, okay, ohms, right? And I just want to see if we have a constant flow of electricity with these things. Okay, so if you notice, the contact is already there. Okay, let me separate it. It's 0, right? And then I touch it. See? So this is already in default. This already has a contact. And then it breaks when there's a short somewhere in the head or something. It'll break out. That's what this is for. Okay. So this is fine, right? This is not a this isn't the problem that that we have to deal with. That means all the switches are working. Okay. Let me unplug this. All my switches are working. My power switch work. My my power switch work. Let me try something. You see this? I'm gonna show you something. Let's say I take apart this red. Okay. You see, when I told you that this wire goes down to the motor, right? If I take this red off, this one red contact, okay, right, and the wire comes in, nothing else would happen because this is just power in from the cord. This part is just power in from the cord, so nothing would happen. It needs to be connected. That means power is flowing properly through here, so it can go here, so it can run down. So this switch is fine, right? You can use reasoning like that, or you can just use your micrometer to test it for sure, okay? Which is always the best way. but you can make an educated guess based on just your common sense. Okay. All right. So let me hold on. I gotta get this in here. This thing is acting funny. Come on, cut it out. All right. So this is here, and this is here. All right. So these guys are fine. These guys are fine. These guys are okay. All right. The next step. What do I do? Okay. Well, I still got to find out what happened with these. There are two missing pieces in here, a spring and a thing. And I hadn't opened this yet, so it came missing. So even if we fix the problem, we're still gonna have issues with this. All right, next up. I have to move down below. Now I have a video I did last week on the same thing. So if I don't have time today, which I ran out of time to do the rest, go back to my channel. I have another Dyson video out there that show how I get into these things, right? The way you would do this to get into this ball area is you unwind your filter part first. You get the main part out the way, right? This is gone, right? And this is gone, right? Right? Take your head off, you know? Take your head off, because, you know, just take your head off for now. All right, take the head off. Okay. Now, if you have a micrometer, right now would be a good time, while it's unplugged, to see your connection between the prongs in here, these two things. See if your brush is connecting. In other words, this is what I would do. That means, is the signal reaching the brush? Because if it's not, something in here is interrupting with the signal. Now, if the signal reaches the brush, both of them, then your problem is your motor. So let's check them out real quick while we're here. This is the last thing I'm actually able to do while we're here. So we have this. We're gonna rest it down because I can't keep it on the camera while I'm doing this test. So I'm gonna touch. Right now the brush is down. You have up, down. So now it's down. It should be connecting, all right? So I'm just gonna touch the middle section here. I'm gonna insert it right in here, right? Okay. And I want to see which one of these prongs react to that connection. Huh. Okay. Let me try the other one. See if it goes in all the way. Come on, buddy. Am I reaching all the way in? I'm not reaching all the way in. Nope, I'm not getting any answer. Nope, I'm not getting any nobody's talking. Let me try this guy. Nope, let me try this guy right here. Nobody's talking. Let me see. In. Nope. So I could be something is off. It's all right. So let's keep moving. All right. I don't think I have a lot of time, but now if I can use 2 more minutes on this, I'm gonna do it. All right. Watch. So I'm gonna use a needle nose pliers. And I'm gonna stick it in here in that little hole, and this comes right up. Okay. And then I'm gonna twist this off. Hey, what's up, folks? I fix them. The vacuum cat. What's up? No, I fix them. Hey, vacuum cat. When I first opened my shop, right, I needed to get as much inventory in as possible. You know, so I used to buy used vacuums and fix them up and resell them. And then I was able to start buying new ones and all that stuff. I mean, when I say I started with, you know, they say pick yourself up the bootstraps kind of deal. I started like that, okay? Little savings in the bank kind of stuff, buying supplies. And then after a while, I just stopped buying used vacuums. So no, I don't collect them. The only vacuum I have that's an antique is a 1956 Kirby. And I'm just going to hold on to that one. No, but no, I don't collect. I don't buy used vacuum, but it's fine. If people do, that's fantastic. I collect comics. Just haven't done it in a long time. All right, so now the micro switch would be on, I believe it's on this side. But man, it's a lot to go into. And the other video, I did it for you guys. And then I would have to see the last time the micro switch was cut. Not the micro switch, the line that led to this. That led to this setup. The neutral wire was severed. But what I'm noticing is that I'm not getting either reading from the live wire section or the neutral. So I have to go in and see what's going on. I wish there could be a part 2 to this, but I have to get this thing ready ASAP for customer. Let me see something, man. I'm gonna go as far as I can go, guys, until I run out of until I run out of time. I have a certain time that I have to leave so I can get to the school in time, so my pickup is on time. So I have a cutoff, like I have to leave at that time. You know what I mean? Oh, come on, man. Come on. See, now that I'm making this shift change, I can't find what I need. That's exciting, right? Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Let me look at the chat here. Well, I'm glad you're learning. God, man, that's awesome. Ay, carajo. Okay, I think I found something. Woo! Let me go a little further in. Okay, I'm curious, man. It's driving me nuts. I gotta see what caused this problem. I gotta see what's causing this. Give me a second. Golly, what is this? A T8? It may be a T8. It may be a T8. Okay, here. What's this one? This may be a T6 or 7. This one's too small. Tiny little T. I think I need a T8 right now. That's what I'm looking to find right now. As the time tick away. Shite. Okay. Come on, man. Okay. Give me a second. One more. My little stand, my little trusty stand that I've... my little trusty stand. I think I have it right here. My T8. Sweet. Okay, let's open this up. Yeah, when I first started my shop, I only serviced Kirby vacuums because I used to sell Kirby's, so I only serviced the Kirby's. That's the only thing I knew. I knew how to refurbish them. I knew how to fix them up, get them back on the road, kind of thing. Because we had to do that many times. When you sold the machine, and if person didn't make that payment, the finance company would just take that money back. Like, you already paid your salespeople and everything, right? And then a month or two later, the people don't make the payment, the money comes right back out. I'm like, damn. Then, so then you have to go back and get your machine and fix it up and go and put it back on the road and give a customer a deal. Hey, listen, we have a demo model here. You can get it for, a couple $100 off, that kind of thing. But and then eventually a guy bought me a Hoover and he was like, hey man, can you fix this for me? I said, I don't do it. I'm being like, I don't do Hoovers. I was like, man, I'm gonna leave it with you. Huh? What do you say? And I said, I'll try it. I'll try it. And then I fixed it. And I was like, well, shoot, I better tell people I fix Hoovers now. Oh man, that's how that went down. Okay, one more. Come on, man. Come on, Wayne. Come on, we can get this. I gotta see if this thing is... This one is even smaller. This is probably a T7. I gotta see if this is what it is, guys. Give me 1 second, man. Damn it. Ay, caramba. Damn it. Give me a second. Here it is, right here. Okay. Oh my gosh, what is the deal? Come on. 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 All right. Woo! What the hell was that? Okay, so I'm going to get this off. This piece is off. All right. And yeah, I'm not going to make it in time. I'm not going to make it in time. Okay, but see this wiring here? Okay, so this wiring goes to the head. This wiring goes to the head. And this is the reading I was trying to get. Let me take this off. This is the reading I was trying to get to see what was going on. And the last unit I had, this wire severed. Okay, so we weren't getting any power from the head. All right, but they have it tucked away a little bit here. Look at this. Shoot, I think if I'm not mistaken, this one, the micro switch, is on top of that PC board. We may have a different problem here, guys. I'm not sure. And it may just be the motor, the vacuum motor, you know? It may be the motor. Come on, man. Come on, Wayne. Come on, you got this. You know, that's how people get late for stuff, right? They just can't stop. Oh. Are you that kind of person, right, guys, that when you're looking for something, you're trying to remember something, it drives you crazy until you can find out what it is, and you just got to find out what it is, man. It's like, oh my God, come on, man. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I'm gonna have to give up. I'm running out of time. My boy's gonna be calling me in a second. Dad, where are you? Yeah, I'm outside. I'm outside. What's going on? Okay. Let's see. Come on, man. I'm almost there. I'm almost there, man. Damn. Why you guys make this so difficult? Golly. Okay. Slide out, slide out. Ay, ay, ay. I feel like I'm racing for time right now. I just want to put my eyes on that micro switch, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. That's all I want to do right now. I'm taking everything apart. Okay. Yep, it is. You know what? I'm going to listen to you, and I'm going to take a step back. I want you guys to see what I'm looking at. Here it is. At least we can see what I'm looking at. Okay. Okay. Golly, that took me forever. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. Okay? This is what I'm looking at. This wire here runs, and it connects to these guys. Okay? Somebody is not getting the electricity. Somebody is not working. Oh, it could be this guy right here. These two. It could very well be these two back here. I have to take this out to find out for sure. Something is up. I gotta go deeper, guys. Okay? If you ever mess with these things, just know that that's most likely you're gonna always have to go deeper if you're messing with these balls. Okay? I don't think I could have. That's so funny. Come on, that's funny. Whoever missed it, missed it. Whoever got it, got it. Until next time, guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to get a little further into this. But hopefully you got something from it. You know, just, you know, everything, you take your time and kind of stage by stage by stage, and you'll eventually get your problem solved, or at least find out where the problem is at or where it's not at. Okay? Stay positive. Okay? Keep that winning attitude. Don't let nothing hold you down. All right. I'll talk to you soon. How do I end this live on the phone? How do I end the live on the phone? This is my second time doing live on the phone, and I'm not sure what. Maybe I'll press the X here. If I press the X, end.